Top 10 anime, where the overpowered MC is a transfer student who seems weak. Anime's no stranger to transfer students. We've had people burn someone to a crisp just to show up as the kid in the class of the only witness out there. However, some shows take a different approach, with the OP transfer not living up to the image everyone has of him in their heads. So, let's get ready to get the C with 10 of these titles, where the overpowered MC is a transfer student who seems weak. 10. Quality of Code. Imagine you chilling outside on your day off, without a care in the world. Everything's going great, perfect to be exact. However, suddenly the planet literally turns upside down on you, with skies tearing up and all kinds of creatures popping out of nowhere, making you pinch yourself all over in order to make your lazy ass wake up ASAP. Quality of Code is just that, with the kids having a taste of that cryogenic freeze that reminds us of good old Cowboy Bebop. Now, with the kids back in action after what seems like an eternity to them, the cold sure did them the double with powers called worlds, making every other person stand out all the more. However, the characters are what make the show land a spot on the list, and with the unexpected events that mark the arrival of our rather unexpected transfer, this show doesn't deserve that low of a score for sure. 9. Tokyo Majin. In case you want that 2000s action to come back, the nostalgia to hit you right in the face, then this is your thing. The anime based on a manga based on a video game from the 90s, it sure feels like we have a new Inception on our hands. However, with Tokyo swarming with all these monsters to keep them busy, there's a much more hideous force at play in the shadows, just waiting for that curtain call. However, with Tatsuma Hiyu and the other members having all these powers awaken all of a sudden, neither the demons nor this mysterious figure seems that much of a challenge now, does it? Adrenaline kicking, mysterious, and packed with all the demons you can hate all day, Tokyo Majin is a must-watch to have witnessed the golden action once again. 8. Noblesse. I mean, who can forget this webtoon masterpiece that just didn't perform on the screen the way we expected? With Rai now in Yiren High School to stay away from the Union, peace won't last long for him, considering how the Union just want their hands on him as soon as possible. Rai's transfer student deception won't be all that'd get you hooked onto the show, with the title introducing vital names one after another that make everything all the more interesting. With M21 and weird names with a K and J in it, Rai's school life isn't going to be anything he ever expected, considering how the Union and the people he encounters one by one are going to make things rather difficult for him, to say the very least. 7. 𝐒𝐚𝐧𝐬𝐭. Featuring the school we wanted to go when we were kids, 𝐒𝐚𝐧𝐬𝐭 is the dream come true for the child inside of us who aspired to be the strongest fighter that was. I mean, Soichiro Nagi and Bob Makihara sure are with us on this one, because their sole purpose of enrolling into high school is to become the best fighters the students have to offer. But the duo might have bitten more than they can chew, with the school literally focused on bringing martial arts back to life, and with upperclassmen stopping them in their tracks right away, things aren't looking good for them at all. However, those with the heart and the will to do something would end up doing it nonetheless. So let's wait and watch what this title has to offer. 6. My Next Life as a Villainess. Now, when it comes to getting reincarnated in this game world, we're expecting to assume the role of the strongest character there is. The main antagonist makes one of the best choices there are, but when the game is centered to make the bad guy bite the dust no matter what cheat code's in place, is this even a fair game anymore? However, with 𝐜𝐴TRINA being the literal master of the game called Fortune Lover, she must be cautious to stall the impending doom that awaits her. With all the characters in the mix, and 𝐜𝐴TRINA being as prudent as cautious as one can get, this is hilarious, unique, and enjoyable to the very core, with a new season on its way soon, the very next month to be exact. 5. World Trigger. Getting bullied as a transfer student in a shounen setting isn't a start we're unfamiliar with at all. However, what came next for Yuma Kuga was the least we were expecting, no? With neighbors and the Border Defense Agency at it for ages now, seeing a humanoid from the other side was the last thing Osamu wanted to hear that day. With Toei Animation going out of its way to shoot down a masterpiece in making, you know the scores lie when you see them digits pop up on your screen. Plus, with the sequel out as well, it's the perfect time to bridge the gap between the two seasons and get to the binge, since this one isn't like the others when it comes to the episode count. 4. Star Driver. With names that are ready to make you feel dizzy in a heartbeat, Star Driver doesn't tone down even a bit when it comes to the squads and the objectives that make Star Driver Star Driver, with the glittering crux hoping to gain full mastery over the stone behemoths by destroying the Seal Maidens, and Takatu harboring a secret of his own while being surrounded by all the faces that make up the glittering crux brigade. The show's about to get real interesting, with all these secrets and mysteries being revealed to each and every one of you when it comes to glittering crux and the Seal Maidens, and of course, Takuto himself. To be honest, I think the fights are a strong point of the show, and that alone makes it worth the watch. 3. Tokyo Ravens. With the Japanese trying to pull a fast one during the Second World War with the Onmyodo magic, the trick sure backfired the Land of the Rising Sun. However, with the magic now a much more refined and safe technique to practice, Harutora sure is jealous. Since with Bakutora being what people addressing to him the most, he isn't the luckiest person out there, right? However, with words making him remember the promise he made to a girl in the past, he isn't hesitant at all to assist Natsume when something similar surfaces and makes them smell the destruction that's on their way soon. The way they twisted the plot later on in the show was exactly what cemented the show as something I don't want to count out. 2. Luck and Logic. If you think anime is without any sense or logic, then this one's a must-watch for you. With the Another Logic Counter Agency, or ALCA, from the human world of Septpia, employing logicalists to form these relations with aliens, the anime sure taking combat to a whole other level. However, Yoshichika Tsurugi, having lost his powers after an incident in the past, it isn't hard to distinguish him from a normal, random person out there, and that for sure sucks. But Athena is here to help Yoshichika, and with him joining the crew soon after, logicalists give logic a whole other meaning in this series that's complicated enough to make you drop it on your first run, but give it a shot. 1. Classroom of the Elite. With you belonging to the very bottom of the food chain in a school with all kinds of rich kids walking all over the place, you can either be a try-hard to compensate or just put up a zombie mask to fool every other face that's a part of that student body. Classroom of the Elite tells us the story of one of the most unique protagonists modern anime has come up with. Ayano Kuji, schemes, plots, conspiracies, and just girls being girls in this anime where Assassination Classroom comes back to make its bottom-class concept hit everyone once again. It's for sure one of the shows that deserves a sequel the most. And those were the top 10 anime where the overpowered MC is the transfer student who seems weak. Tell us in the comments below which one's your favorite, and if there's one you think deserved a spot on the list. Also, check out my finance channel as well. I'll leave the link in the description. Goodbye, and take care.